People who downloaded their Google data and went through it. What were the most unsettling things you found out they had stored about you? Recording of me saying check the Jewish boy's penis. I don't remember ever saying that, but okay. I'd never admit to that on the internet either, buddy. Probably young you were curious about circumcised penises. Google Photos and allow maps to track your location. I took photos that I didn't like, deleted them. Weeks later I'm just browsing Google Maps and those deleted photos are there, tagged to the location. Nothing incriminating, just thought you should know that a delete isn't a delete. Okay, I have a weird but serious question. My husband passed away last year. I still have his S7. I'm also 99% sure I have his Google account information, but if not I'm sure the password is saved in his phone. If this thing really does record voices, how would I go about downloading his Google data? I just want to hear his voice again. I'm starting to tear up as I type this, but seriously, I only have one voicemail from him on my phone and maybe a couple videos. Anything more I can get of his voice, pictures of him, I haven't been able to restore. Anything I can get I want. I miss him so fucking much. If you have his Google login info, you can get to the voice recordings through the link below and logging in with that Google account. Then go to data and personalization, voice and audio activity, manage activity. From there you can play and download audio clips. https://myaccount.google.com/ OMG y'all, thank you so much. I'm like bawling right now. I accessed it no problem, and even though they are short little clips, some of the last ones he said were Ashiton is my wife and I love you baby. You have no idea how much this means to me. Some are stupid things he googled when we were arguing about stuff, conversions, song names etc, and they made me giggle because it brought me back. Oh man, I miss him so much, but at least now I have this little snippets of memories. This seriously means the world to me. I'm so glad I stumbled upon this today. Edited to say, I always used to harp on him for asking Google everything and using voice to text. I'm so glad he was a smart ass enough to use it mostly for texting me and looking things up when we were together. For once, thank you for being a creeper Google. This is probably the only time I'll thank you for it, and I'm scared to look at my own data, but thank you for this. It's like one of those episodes of Black Mirror where something good comes out of an invasive technology. I got drunk once and proceeded to get lost on the way home, ending up cycling on some highway. For 2 years I wondered where the hell I had been until I saw Google's location history for that night. I sleepwalk thousands of kilometers and then managed to get back home in time for work. Also a bunch of recordings of my computer's fan spinning. But well, at least they got me on the fetish porn searches. Ah, Google. Hyped up Google. Incompetent Google. I know my data is in good hands. Edit. Found a fart. It wasn't Google data that shocked me. I'm kind of expecting it to know everything about me. This came from Instagram. My period was very late, so naturally, I told my husband in our very private and quiet home setting and bought a clear blue pregnancy test. We don't own TV, Amazon Alexa, Google Voice or similar. I just have Reddit and Instagram on my smartphone. My period was just late, but the very next day I got bombarded by ads on Instagram about Clear Blue and other pregnancy sticks and some other baby shit. There is no way that it was a coincidence, since it was the second time getting a very specific ad. So the app is listening and showing me ads accordingly. Edit. Autocorrect. The most unsettling one I've had came from Facebook, not Google. Minor bit of background. I'm a straight guy with a lot of LGBT friends and was actively involved in supporting the Australian same-sex marriage campaign. So FB probably had me flagged as gay at the start of 2012. In 2012 I started dating someone. We'd been friends for some time. I'm on Facebook all the time. She had an account, but almost never used it. We basically never communicated on Facebook. Immediately Facebook started telling me to mark her as a close friend and all of its ads changed from gay singles cruise and similar to romantic getaways for couples. I can only assume that it was able to tell from GPS that she spent a night at my place and that I spent one at hers a few days later. Edit. A few guesses that Wi-Fi was involved. At the time I didn't have Wi-Fi at my place, and while she did I never connected to it. It was 2012, and I had a 2 GB mobile data limit for the month, which felt like so much that I couldn't imagine needing more. I previously worked in a mental health and substance abuse recovery center, and twice I had new suggested friends pop up on social media, specifically Snapchat and Instagram, immediately after a patient checking their phone in the waiting room. I once had a patient try to add me this way. Our GPS locations matched up and flagged us. My Facebook suggested my childcare provider as a friend, even though we have zero mutual friends, because it noticed I went to her house twice a day. Decided to spam me with ads for couples counseling and those websites like Unhappy Relationship. Changed that by clicking here. A few months back. I thought it was really weird at the time, since my browsing history or Google searches hadn't changed. Nope. Somehow, Google worked out my partner was cheating on me and gave me relevant ads for the inevitable fallout. LMAO, you can't be serious. Legit. But in fairness, my story behind it makes it less exciting. I had Google signed in on the main computer and my partner was probably googling shady things like how to hide an affair or something. That happened to me recently, but at the time I was texting with a family member having marriage problems, so I figured that was why. Now I'm worried. Facebook have been suggesting me people as close friends, only to find out my ex was cheating on me with them few months later. I guess they are trying to warn us. C is empty. It has been for a long time, so there shouldn't be anything for me to download, right? Nope. 6 GB of data. Is every location I've been to for the last couple of months. They stored multiple audio files of me talking to colleagues and friends, and worst of all, I did not know they were doing that. My mind is blown and I'm terrified. My private information is no one's business. Google. Also, thanks for spreading awareness. Op, have some poor man's gold.